to be compared to her too. She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lil Flip is trying to beam in, but he's having the same problem you're having with Facebook. Oh, no, my bad. My bad. He made it. Hey, what's poppin', King? We were just speaking you into existence.
Man.
I'm the co-host tonight.
Ananda Lewis, Lil Flip, Ananda Lewis.
Nice to meet you. I love your hair.
Thank you.
I like braids.
You know, I have.
What up, young Flip?
Oh, we got DB. He's the invisible host. You know what I mean?
What up? What up?
Oh, feeling good, man. H-Town in the house tonight.
Yep.
So I had this question. I always want to know, did Manny Pacquiao ever reach out to you for your song Game Over? Yeah.
Nah, I've never met him.
Man, I always wondered that. Like, that would have been a perfect song for him. You know what I mean? Because he got the Pac-Man and the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. Only like that.
Is it me?
The audio's cracking up. You hear it?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's typing.
Yeah, like Transformers.
Yeah.
Are you going to find a way? What?
But yeah.
No, I can't hear nobody.
I can't hear him.
I'm doing so what I'm doing is, because I think you are on your phone, right? You're on your phone, so it's going in and out, back and forth. So no big deal. But I appreciate you coming in here, man. Thank you, man, for working through the kinks, man. Condolences to your team and family. And but we genuinely appreciate you coming in here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we do, man, we just come in here and talk a little smack, man, and have a good time. Ananda Lewis is the special host. She's in charge tonight, man. We going back to the Teen Summit days, TRL. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Good old days.
Let me go put some tight jeans on. Hold on. No.
Hey,
all I wore.
So tell me something. Because I get a lot of slack for this, right? Because I always say, like, I never knew what, like, outside of you and Scarface, I never listened to like DJ Screw, and they get on me about that. Why was DJ Screw so special down there in H-Town and in the Texas area?
Well, he made his own genre of music. You know what I mean? Some people jam techno, sped up. In Texas, you know, he created Screw music and formed a brotherhood. You know, we have our own genre of music, which is Screw music, and a lot of artists he allowed to come and use his platform, and he didn't sign us to his label, gave us the push to, you know, help us get our talent heard. If it wasn't for him, a lot of us would be where we are.
How would you define Screw music for someone who's never heard it?
Laid back, slow. Imagine listening to Twister, where you can understand everything. You got damn it screwed.
That's a really good description.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of slow?
It is. Very slow.
Why you call it Screw?
That's what he named it. DJ Screw, that's what he named it.
Oh, DJ Screw. Duh.
Yes.
So there it is. Screw music. Right. Okay. Nice.
So is it July 17th, July 27th or June 27th? It's like a special June 27th.
Correct.
So what goes down in the city June 27th?
Man, it's like the freestyle. Well, he actually tape called June 27th. So the freestyle gets played. It's just like, it's like crazy. It's like, it's the biggest screw tape ever. I'm that particular screw tape, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right in time for Juneteenth. That's right after Juneteenth in Texas, right?
Correct.
So you got a nice big celebration. Did you miss that last year, obviously, because the lockdown was already on?
Correct.
And this year you're gonna miss it again, or you gotta have a big plan?
I don't know. I don't think that, like, I don't think it's gonna be big stuff, but you know how some people are, do what they want.
Definitely in Florida they do. Yeah.
Juneteenth is a holiday down in Texas, right?
Fred, you're probably gonna have to mute whoever's not talking, or each
Okay.
person gonna have to.
It goes away when you go out, Fred. What's up with that?
Okay, so I'll mute my.
So it's just gonna be me and you being heard, Flip.
Okay,
We're okay with that.
that's
What-
fine.
Now he can't hear me now because you're on my line. He was making reference to your name.
Oh,
Lord.
we can't hear DB, you're saying.
Yeah, because he's on my line. The origin of your name. Little Flip.
Well, it's multiple meanings, but from the beginning, it was because I always flipped, like when I was younger. Like, so, and then I made it like an acronym. Forget living in poverty, the clean version.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Yeah, forget living in poverty. Like,
Yeah,
what do you mean you flipped when you were younger, though? Like
gymnastics. I took martial arts, so
literal flipping.
yeah, like out on the ground, just off diving boards up the wall. I'm a did martial arts for years.
Wow.
Be black belt. So I used to martial arts, basketball, boxing, football, baseball, and every I played, I was the team.
Nice. So you're good.
Thank you.
What about parkour? You do that too?
My brother was into that. I did a little of it. Like I trained us, a little bit. Some of the elements in my training had a little, a little bit of that. But my brother, he was into stuff.
Flip, I actually think it's your phone that's making the noise
Think so?
because it's still happening when you're talking.
You
don't have an earpiece in, huh?
Yeah, I got my Bluetooth as well.
I think it's your Bluetooth.
No, you want me to put it on Bluetooth?
Yeah, try it and see
you
what
don't
happens.
have a Bluetooth on?
No.
Try it and see what happens.
Try it, yeah.
Let's see.
Because sometimes that distance, like just, I don't know, phones be funny. We think they so smart, but they be dumb most of the time, in my opinion. I'm like, why are you so stupid? You a smartphone.
It's still making a noise.
Yeah, it's still making that noise.
I'm gonna try.
I'll beam you out and you beam back in. We'll try that.
Okay, perfect.
Reset? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll beam them out and beam back in.
I was learning a lot.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Like, I'm so out of touch with like the current.
It's your phone. It's your
not
phone.
my phone.
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't hear it. All right, let me try a headphone. Shoot. I'm over here talking mess, blaming everybody else like that. I'm so hurt. I'm gonna be hurt for a minute. I'm bitter when I'm hurt too. So just excuse me.
Yeah, it's probably Ananda. So he's gonna beam back in and then
and we're gonna say it wasn't you.
I like how you lean in for the questions.
I can't hear because I didn't have my earpiece in. I couldn't hear. I was trying to be cute. Like, I can't hear y'all. Is that better? It's gone.
It's gone.
See?
It was you. Game over. Game over.
Real quick,
my goodness.
Comes back in, and I wanted to do this last night, but can you, Ananda, can you talk about Elixir real fast?
Oh, sure. So I put out an app called Elixir. I did it because I wanted my own little mini platform. ALIXIR. It's like Elixir, like the health potion, but with the Ananda Lewis AL. You see what I did there? All right. And it looks like this. Wait, I can't. It's backwards when I look at the screen. It's this yellow button. There it is. It pops up. So you just get it. It's in all the stores right now. Apple, Google.
Everybody's gonna go download it right now.
Yeah, go download it right now. Yep. And I took all because I'm like building the app and like designing it and running it and like programming it. So yesterday I had kind of like a something an entrepreneur would do, a little test like run with a friend of mine, and I changed some different things, and I did not know when I first launched it I had permissions or something where you had to like log in and give your address. I hate having to do that on websites. So I just took that off. So there's nothing you have to do now. You just go, it pops up. You can go in everywhere and look at everything. There's some really great old pictures in the vault. Sometimes things, depending on your internet, take a while to load, but like a lot of the old pictures that are my personal pictures that are just like from my life or from my camera. Some of them are things other people took. Oh, see, I noticed things like this and go, that picture is there, but it's not showing in the little thing. So now I have to go back and I have to log back in the app and probably reload that picture. But anyway, that kind of stuff is really interesting for me, again, because I'm a new entrepreneur, troubleshooting, figuring out how to improve, adding things, it's like, that's fun for me with this. And I'm really learning some valuable tools. So it's really fun. I have some new shows on there. Fan Mail Flashback is a show where I'm opening mail from MTV from like 20 years ago. They never gave me my mail when I was there. And so I never got to open it. I did not know all the love I had in the world because they kept it from me. And so I'm finally opening that mail. They gave me like 11 boxes of mail when I left. And it's been sitting in my mom's garage this whole time. Yay. Thank you, Fred. And
so
it's fun.
It's just holding your mail from you.
Huh?
What was the purpose of them holding your mail from you? Just so you would know that you had this sort of support and wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't think it was like nefarious. I just feel like there was a lot of mail and they probably were like, this is going to overwhelm her. Like there's some crazy stuff in here for some people that were really overzealous. And I don't know. I never got a reason. I just got the boxes. So I can speculate, but I don't really know why they held it. Maybe it was their policy not to give fan mail directly to their talent. I don't know. But there was a time, I remember getting some fan mail, so I don't know when it stopped, but I do know that we had a lot of stalker issues on me back then, and there might have been an issue with that. I don't really know. I saw some mail like once in the beginning, and then all of a sudden I just never saw mail again. I didn't think about it because I was working and I wasn't wondering where my mail was. But I think some of the stuff they got early on might have scared them, and they just were like, let's leave it alone. I don't know.
Hey, Flip, if you can hear us, it was Ananda Lewis. It wasn't you, man. So
Flip, I'm sorry.
So just feel free to beam back in, man.
Come on back.
We truly appreciate you.
See, when in doubt, blame it on the Texan, huh?
Always.
Hey, Flip, it was her, man. It wasn't you, man.
Oh, okay. It's
sorry.
Good, man.
But it wasn't happening before. So if it was me, why wasn't it happening from the beginning when I first got here?
Man, I don't know.
Anyway, that's okay.
Flip, you in the boxing then, so you like the Charlo brothers?
Yeah, they're my homies. I love boxing, man.
Yeah, Zab Judah was in your Game Over video, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy, like the mixtape me and Zab Judah did, like I got it like up there on the wall. Like, cause I got some boxing gloves. Muhammad Ali signed and Joe Frazier.
Wow, that's about as rare as it get.
Yeah, so I got Zab right over there with a Floyd Mayweather belt. Well,
because so we've been having this big conversation about Jamal Charlo, Big Bro, and David Benavidez. How do you probably gonna go with the hometown, but is that a competitive fight?
It's competitive, but like when you just build different, it's a different kind of animal, man. When you got that history at doing it, and you got that fire, lit, because their goal is to be, world champions in multiple weight classes. Like basically do similar historic things like the Klitschko brothers did, like when they had belts and they, monopolized the game. So I just think the fact they got a new fire just lit under them, and I just think he go handle his business.
DB,
if you were walking him to the ring, which song would you perform?
It would probably be. I got a new record I did on Flip Mayweather. I got a record. It's called Flex Mode, and yeah, it would be that, because it just puts you in that mode of like just like it. It's like make you have that New York ice grill face.
Right.
We know that face.
Hey, so look, I wanted to run through some names though, because I know Texas is huge, it's like its own country, but Houston's got its own, its own culture within itself. But there's a couple of names of some Houston legends, I would say, and you could just kind of tell us about your relationship with those people. But I want to start with the OG J Prince.
J Prince is. Let me get my book.
Oh, he has a book.
Take your time with us, man. Yeah, we all. Yeah,
oh, look at that.
I got the same book.
Yeah, I keep it in arm reach, man. You know what I'm saying? To love flip. Jay.
Oh.
But yeah, J Prince, that's a mentor to me. You know what I mean? Like in this particular order, like the mentors in my life. It go like my dad, my mother, my grandmother, my grandfather, J Prince.
Wow.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from him. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be, the thinker and mastermind. I wouldn't move the way I move. He just taught us so much about being independent and utilizing your own money. He turned the car lot into an empire. And, when I would see them come through the neighborhood and give back to the community and still pull up everybody in all black and the Rolls Royces and all those different cars, and just seeing him venture into boxing. And when I got to go on his land and see his land and play dominoes with him, he would give me game and just different stuff like that. And I'm like, oh man, yeah. Like he taught me, you got to get it on your own. Put your own money and invest in you and know your worth. So yeah, that's what he mean to me, a mentor.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What about Zero?
Zero, that's my brother. I just was texting with him earlier. We working on Kings of the South Part 2. Well, we done. Get Part 2.
Okay.
It's a wrap. We got a surprise on there. But yeah, that's my brother. Hands down.
Yeah, we're waiting on that. Bun B.
The Trill OG.
Yeah.
Bun B, man, is Southern royalty, man. A guy who has memorable verses.
Royalty.
Yeah, he always the same. Every time I see him, you know what I mean? Bun B's always the same. And I got a chance to tour with them like when I was younger, like 14, 15. I've been knowing Bun and Pimp, and so rest in peace to Pimp C and Mama West.
Fat Pat and his brother. What's Fat Pat's brother's name? What's Fat Pat's brother's name?
Hawk.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Big Hawk. Yeah, man. I gotta say, man, them my brothers, we in the screwed up clique. So, rest in peace to Fat Pat and Hawk. But I was closer to Big Hawk than I was to Fat Pat. At one time we were gonna sign Hawk to Sucker Free. I wish we did, man. You know what I'm saying? I said do it, you know what I'm saying? But my partner at the time, he didn't want to, put up the rest of the money. So, but we should have did it, you know what I'm saying? But me and Hawk was one of the closest people in the screwed up clique. Our relationship, we used to play dominoes, and he would call me Wes. He'd be like, I call him John. We call it first name basis, but we used to always play dominoes together, man. And he was cool, man. He never let the fame go to his head.
Ananda. I'm sorry. Devin the Dude.
Yeah, Devin, man, legendary, man. The guy who can make a rap so vividly tell you he got $20 in his pocket and he can break down and tell you what he do with the last $5. Like he's underrated to me. I feel like a lot of people don't put him in their list. He's a hell of a storyteller, man. And that's my homie. And when I started my own podcast called The Truth Shall Set You Free podcast, episode number 1 is with Devin the Dude. So it's out. Yeah, it's out on YouTube. We started off with Devin the Dude, and we go in the season with Bun B.
That's what's up. That's so. We got a question from the chat. Who helped to organize the distribution of SUC music across Texas? I used to trip off how y'all music flooded Texas and members going to Killing to drop CDs. Yeah, y'all did it in a major way to independent.
Yeah. Well, I used to just jump in the expedition or the van and I would go do it on my own. Like I would go take my CDs. See, that's the reason I was able to lap everybody, because a lot of people had the mentality, I'm gonna press my CDs up and I'm gonna go to the show. And if nobody buy your CD, guess what happens? You go home with all those CDs. You don't make no money and you don't leave with no new fans, right? So what I did, my motto was like this. I'm gonna give away, like if nobody's buying CDs, you know what I'm saying? We'll go to the booth first, post up, okay. We sell a few. Okay, well, guess what? When I get on stage, I'm still gonna throw like 200, 300 copies. So my motto was always, when you got all these people in the room, some of these people might move to a different country, go to the army. Some people might not even be alive no more. Late, you know. My thing was take advantage of all the people in the room. So I would distribute my stuff on my own, and it was a company in Houston called Southwest Wholesale, and they distributed everybody music. I mean, the old Cash Money, like Southwest Wholesale did it. You know what I mean? Like everybody Southwest Wholesale. So when the music started like really, really flooding everywhere, Southwest Wholesale made sure it got there. But before I signed with them, I was in that car doing it on my own.
That sounds like what Snoop used to do back in the day with his mixtapes in the trunk. Like a lot of really smart artists who believed in their talent, they just went out there and did it, just like what you're talking about. I wonder, as times are changing, I mean, that was possible back then for a lot of reasons. Now, with all the digital music and offering of digital music, and specifically, I want to ask you about NFTs. There are all these new ways to distribute and get your music to fans that now, because of lockdowns and stuff, you kind of have to depend more on. And I keep hearing talk that streaming isn't as lucrative for artists as, you know, a layman from the outside would think it is. So are you tapping into, in kind of the same way you had the, you know, CDs on your own going out to people, are you getting directly to your fans these days through the digital base of like NFTs? Have you looked at that? Do you know a lot about it?
Definitely. Like, that's the crazy part about it, is like I'm getting into my, like, I paint. A lot of people, they didn't know I paint. So like,
oh really?
Yeah, I paint. I got some of my arts on the wall. Like I paint, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like different artists on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's all you?
Yeah, like one of them, the rest
Oh.
I did. So like,
You turn those into NFTs.
yeah.
Your artwork with your music.
So like, I'm actually about to be uploading, because I paint shoes, I paint jackets, I paint. It's like a big. In probably the next 12 days, it'll be a lot of little flip NFTs stuff. I mean, like just dope stuff though. You know, I got a lot of all the clothes and different stuff that I have from classic videos and different things. Like, obviously I'm going to keep probably 70% of it, for, memories, but I'm going to make it like really fun, because my fans, they love me on a different level, because I gave them so much free music. When they're telling me, why are you doing a double album? That's too much. You're giving them too much. Well, I come from a family of musicians. So me to go in the studio,
that's nothing.
I can do like 3-4 songs in an hour. Drums.
Wow.
I mix my own music. I engineer. I don't need nobody in the studio. So for me, creating another classic that's nothing for me. So yeah, I'm gonna be killing the NFT games, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of exclusive stuff, and you might see some songs pop up there, like some crazy freestyles, like
dope. Who are you doing it through? Rarible, Mintable? Who are you going through?
It's something rare. I think it's Rarible. Yeah,
Rarible. I didn't know they had a music base there. Okay.
Yeah,
rare. I guess anything you can upload can become an NFT.
Because you can put them in the digital art. Like songs. Man, it's so crazy. Like this guy, he sold something. The dude with the pizza and the skateboard, like who sold this? I think he sold it for like $500,000. It was just crazy. Just
wait, his visual art, the guy who just sold a piece.
some guy in the headlines who sold his NFT for like $500,000, and all he was doing was skateboarding. I don't know what site he sold it on, but
And it was a video.
yeah, it was a video.
Oh, yeah.
Some huge group's music in the background, but the group didn't want to, let him use the music, so he just put the thing up there. But he still got $500,000.
Wow.
It's about to change the way artists make money. I'm so excited for people who are getting in early, because by the time the majority of people figure it out and hear about it, it's going to be, it's going to be flash and gone, or maybe not. It might stick around for a while. It really just depends on how steeped in people get and how many people jump in. And I'm like encouraging everybody to figure it out and get it done. It's so dope that you're like ahead of the game and already doing it 12 days away.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've been doing my research, watching TV, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I got my manager studying. I got a couple guys. Yeah, I got some, hey, I'm not playing. I don't believe in going in something like half-cocked ready. Like, I'm ready. You
can also go next door to Dallas and talk to Mark Cuban about it. Get him to hook you up. And you got a lot of Texas love in there. So
true.
Mark, he knows what he's doing.
Shark Tank Mark a lot. So if some show this to Mark Cuban and tell him, hey, we exotic pop, we need to be on Shark Tank. We are ready.
Yeah. Oh, is that what's that? Show us closer. Put it closer. We can't see.
This is the company I'm part owner in. So what
exotic pop?
Correct. We make and we make drinks, and then we have Exotic Pop Kids where we do vitamins and water. So it's different celebrities and legends that we give their own, drink to. Who has his own drink, Big Mo, Fat Hawk, and we feed their families, through these drinks and stuff like that. We do stuff with.
It's amazing.
We gave Webby his own his drink. Yellow Beezy, we gave him his own drink. Pooh Shiesty has his own drink. So we work with legends. Bun B. Let me show you my leprechaun one.
Appreciate you, Ananda.
Oh, it's what I do. So
I
think that's why I go higher. I know it's not talk.
So this is my red cream soda.
Oh, look at you, red cream. Wait, what's red cream? What's the red flavor? Cherry cream?
It's red. It's red. It's like a Tootsie where the world may never know.
Okay.
This is Pimp C's. This was a limited edition we did. We did a soda for Pimp C.
Nice.
Sweet James Jones strawberry soda, and then I got the Kiki one with me. So, like I say,
look, Kiki.
Yep. So what we do, we feed families with this. We do a lot of stuff in the community. It's not about just, let's get rich. And like we going, like earlier today, I stopped at Exotic Pop, and my sister actually works for Exotic Pop now. And there was some kids there, and they were like, the kids don't know you're here. Go meet them right quick. And so I went, and when I walked in, they were like performing some type of little record on the camera. And then they saw me and like went crazy, and they were like, can you give us some advice? And I said, hey, stay ready and perform. When you perform, it don't matter if it's one person in there. Perform for that one person like it's a million in there, because that one person go back and tell everybody you missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah.
Good advice. Yeah. That's good. So let me ask you a hard question. Are y'all cool with me just going on? Because I'll talk forever. I'm sorry. I just have another question. Because you just showed me some drinks, and I'm on a whole health kick for all kinds of reasons, but I'm real healthy and or try to be. How much sugar is in those drinks? Can you look at the nutritional label and tell me what's in it? Because I love what you're doing, but I'm wondering what your people are going to be drinking it. And I wonder if you've considered doing a sugar alternative that's actually still very much, good in terms of taste and stuff, so that you're not only offering the financial freedom and the ownership, but you're offering, good health, or at least not bad health.
This one says, this says 60 grams.
60 grams of sugar?
6 grams.
Oh, 6 and 60, very different. Let's see what it say. How many?
Pretty old right here.
Wait, how many? I can't hear. How many?
It says 6.
6 grams of sugar?
Yes, on this one it says 6, yeah.
Okay, and then tell me, read the ingredients, the actual ingredients label. I mean, you're on the label, so the ingredients write up. Tell me what kind of sugar that is. Is it high fructose corn syrup or is it like cane sugar? What is it?
It just says added, and it's a little kind of coming off as well. This is not a brand new bottle. This is the
it's like a blurry. It's like a little printing issue.
It's a little blurry also.
All right. Well, if you want some consultation about that, I won't charge you much.
Exotic Pot Kid, we got stuff that it ain't got sugar, you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Gave Sauce Walker his own water, so we balancing both sides of the game. And then Steve Francis, he wanted an energy drink, you know. We working on some big things with athletes, so we all around the board with it.
Okay, balance is good.
Definitely,
that's good stuff.
Woke has
let me get this super chat before it go. My brother Woke said, "What's your hardest freestyle?"
Hardest as in like which one I think is the best, or like is that
both? I know which one I got, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I would say the freestyle that I get like my biggest freestyle, you know what I'm saying, I would say is I-45 We Blow Endo. That was on the Swisher House mixtape. I'm in the Screwed Up Click, but I'm the first artist out the Screwed Up Click to go do a freestyle on the Swisher House tape, you know, because back then it was so-called Northside and Southside beef. So I wasn't tripping because it was like this, like I had family on the north side, so I was on the north side, south side. It didn't, you know, I didn't let that stop what I was doing. But yeah, I would say I-45.
Okay, and before I get to the next one, I got my own question. So because you're talking about freestyle, so back in the day, Snoop was like the freestyle king, and nobody could fuck with Snoop until Corrupt came in. Corrupt started doing it, and then it was a dude named Razzcazz who came in. But they all gave credit and respect to the guy who came after them. So I know you've been doing it for 20 plus years and rocking with it. So who can rock with you in a freestyle battle right now?
Man, shout out to all those guys. Actually, Snoop, man, it's crazy. We talk about Snoop, and I'm looking at this radio with Snoop Dogg logo on it. But Snoop knew about my music a long time ago when I had I Can Do That, and he was like, "Flip, you a hustler." I was surprised he knew my music. Like he was thinking, "I can do that," and I'm like, "Damn, you know my music." And this before I got my major deal. But Razzcazz, I actually have a record with Razzcazz. I dropped a project called No Feelings. It's called 9/11. The record's called 9/11. And I talk about how when 9/11 happened, I was supposed to fly to New York and talk to a major record label, right? And at the last minute, I told my business partner, "Nah, I don't want to go." Just some of my spirits, like I'm a spiritual person. If my spirits tell me don't go, I ain't going. So I didn't go. And then so he went, and then like the towers, crashed. We couldn't get in touch with him. It was just crazy for like 2 days. We didn't talk to him, but he was all right. And so then the next year, Benny Siegel calls me like, "Hey man, I want to get you on my album. I got a record, call I Can't Leave Drink Alone." And I'm like, "Okay." He like, "But you got to fly out here." And I say, "When you want me to fly out?" And he's like, "On 9/11, on the anniversary." And I'm like, "Look, love you to death, my guy." You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to fly the first year when it happened, so I'm definitely not going to fly on the anniversary to New York. And so I ended up missing being on that record. He ended up putting Bun B on it. But yeah, man, so I got a record with Razzcazz. It's called 9/11, and it's on No Feelings. But as far as freestyling, man, I've had ciphers with a lot of people. Like my mind, man, when it comes to that, like I call myself Flip Mayweather for a reason, because I'm born in it and I sworn in it. I was born into doing music. My grandmother played the piano for the church. And born in my family, you singing in the choir, you playing the piano, you go learn. It wasn't no question. It wasn't, "Hey, do you want to know?" It was, you born. Hey,
this what you gonna do?
Yeah. And so I've been in studios all my life. You know what I'm saying? My aunt Terry Ellis, she sang with In Vogue. So I've already been you know what I mean, big concerts and met Michael Jackson and Prince and rode on floats as a kid. You know what I mean? So when it comes to freestyling, and it's different levels my mind go on and go in, and I don't feel like nobody can see me when it comes to freestyling. You know, it's some people out there that's good, and you know, you got those people that can rap about what they see, and that's fine, because that was the first thing when we started freestyling. We started off by like rapping about what's in front of us. So, you know, I don't knock that, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, but that's level one, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to paint those pictures and change my cadence and my wordplay, and depending on the gear and I feed off the energy of the crowd. And if somebody wants, they like, oh, or whatever, then it just turned me into another gear. So like, I just got these gears, and my coldest freestyles be when I'm chilling with my people.
Right.
Just playing. Like, you know, not the ones when I'm in front of a mic or I'm recording or I'm on stage. Like, it's just when I'm chilling, and they be like, bro, the stuff you be saying, because I can rap to them with no filter. I gotta have a little filter when I know they record, but no, you know what I'm saying? So I got different gears, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's super dope.
Jarvis has a question. Yo, this show is dope. I learn more and more every show. I really appreciate y'all, Fred, PPD, DB, and the guests. Ananda, can you talk more about the selling of personal art?
Well, I'm just learning about it, but I will tell you what I know. NFTs basically stand for non-fungible tokens, right? It's connected to the blockchain world. So like Bitcoin and all the different coins, I think, are going to be able to be connected to NFTs. From what I know right now, it's really only running on Ethereum, ETH or ETH. Yeah, ETH is Ethereum. So you have to have Ethereum in your digital wallet. It's basically a whole new world that's just kind of being established, and you have to have their money, which is Ethereum, and then you can put your art out as an NFT and actually sell it. So I think the biggest benefit right now is that, like I was saying before, the music industry has kind of been flipped on its ear. And that's been happening for a long time. Like, it's been a slow flip. And now artists are barely making any money on streams. They're barely getting paid. And they're the ones creating the music. They're the ones creating the art. But all these companies are standing between the artist and the fan and the music connoisseur, if you will, and taking so much of that money that the artist gets left broke. You know, basically, and we've seen it happening over and over. And Prince used to rail against this before it was even, you know, digital and as far gone as it is now. So what I think NFTs are going to do, because you can do music on them, like Lil Flip was just talking about, you can do your own music, present it to your fan base as an NFT. And basically, you can say, here's this song, I'm only selling 30 copies of it. And then you can place whatever price you want in Ethereum on that music. Little Flip, help me out if I'm wrong, because you've already done it or you're closer to doing it. This is just from research for me. Yours is real world experience.
It's people on there selling like fingernails, right? You can sell a picture of your fingernail, or you can sell actual fingernail, like with the paintings. You can sell digital, or you can make prints.
Yeah.
Do a 1-of-1, or you can start it off with an auction, like I've been doing because I'm always trying to figure out ways to make money while I'm asleep. And while I'm, because I got other things that like I want to do, like my movie, working on a movie called King Life. So when I heard about the NFTs, and my graphic artist was like telling me about it, and then a few other people approached me about it, but they were trying to get like a big percentage and stuff. Like,
yeah, people are taking advantage already.
Yeah, just to upload it. And I'm like, nah, I'll do my research.
Figure that out for myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give 50% up just because
Hell no.
So yeah, I feel like it's dope, man. And
me too.
Record, and just have that one record. Somebody could buy one of your records for 300,000, 400,000, and you can factor in where you get, if they decide to buy your album or buy a record, and then they sell it, you can get a percentage.
Right. And every time it's sold, you're connected to that original digital footprint. Grimes sold a song. It wasn't a song. Grimes sold an audio-visual collection. It was like an audio-visual album, kind of like what it sounds like you're going to do, combining your music and art, for $6 million. LeBron James had, I don't know if he sold it or if someone else sold it, but a video of him dunking went for $225,000. William Shatner from Star Trek just put out like trading cards. He put out 90,000 trading cards. He sold them for $1 each. Y'all can do that math. So I think it's a great way for people to get connected to their own source of income from their own talent. And you know what? You have to be careful. I'm glad you brought that up, Lil Flip, that somebody tried to do it for you, like the uploading, because when you look into it, like on Rarible especially, the wallet, whoever the wallet belongs to, that's where the money's going. So you need to have your own wallet and upload your stuff through your wallet. Don't let anybody else do that. If you're gonna make a deal with somebody to do it for you, you pay them after. You don't never give in. That's like letting somebody sign your checks. That's a no-no. You don't let anybody do that. I don't care who it is.
That's like letting somebody hold your real wallet.
Your real wallet.
Let me hold your wallet. Like, no.
Like the hell? Get your hand out my pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna have to do a connection. Fred is in real estate, Ananda building houses, and Flip gonna do all of the paintings inside, man. We're gonna get
with it. And I got some trucks, you know, I got semi trucks and trailers, so I can deliver the wood,
you can.
Yeah, whatever
the raw materials.
Well, we'll do the houses that, what are they called? The prefabs. So you can just bring the pieces and we'll puzzle them together on site.
I got.
Sounds like a plan for me.
That's what's up.
I'm great at pointing my finger, so yeah.
Somebody got to be in charge. Hey, Reggie Owens got something for you, Flip. In the verse battle, who you battling, and what are some of your regrets with your career?
Man, I don't really care about doing the verses. I mean, like, it's entertaining for me. Like, you know, if somebody want to do, I'm gonna need some money. You know what I'm saying? A nice amount of money. My time is money, but it's like boxing, man. I don't. You don't pick your opponent. You just stay ready for whoever. So don't matter as long as they got the bag. And regrets. Only kind of regrets. I don't really have regrets, but I have regrets every time I lose somebody. You know what I mean? That you know, I have regrets. Like my mother, I lost my mother, Mary Weston, rest in peace, in November. So lost my grandpa prior to that. But since I was young, I lost a lot of different people. DJ Screw, my cousin Jody, my cousin Larry, close people. So I've lost so many people. When you lose somebody, no matter, even if y'all on the best terms and you spend a lot of time with them, it still makes you feel like, damn, I could spend more time. You know what I mean? So even though my mom, we was on great terms, like you know, like homies, you know what I mean? Our relationship is pretty cool. Like, I just wish, you feel me, that I spend more time. So every time I lose somebody, the people that are still here now, right? They end up getting more and more time, more of my time. You know what I mean? Based on that. But other than that, like things I went through in life or what I learned, hey man, I had to go through that to get here. And my dad prepared me for a lot of the stuff I went through, right? So I didn't get into music loving the money. I got into music because I love music. So my motives are different from the average person, right? So I'm gonna make music regardless, but now I'm gonna do music through my movies. So like my King Life movie, I'm doing a soundtrack. I got a comedy coming after that, and then after that, I have my biopic movie about my life. So I'm about to work my directing skills because a lot of people, some know because I made sure them record labels put my name at the bottom, but the Game Over videos, the Sunshines, 99.9% of my music videos, I directed them. I wrote the treatments.
Wow.
The angles. So I'm very hands-on with my stuff. And when you sign with a major label, they try to, you know, not put your name, stuff like that. People, you know, I watch the video, I'm like, hey, this just came up here. Hey, why? It's supposed to say my name up there, and then they would call, and then we'll fix it. And then a couple of days later, okay, yeah, so yeah, with it.
That's a really that's beautiful, because what we were just talking about before you came in was how many outlets there are now for all of this content. So you're like massively creating content that you're going to have so many places to sell. Definitely. That's genius type stuff. Like you're in like 500 different categories. It's crazy.
I gotta be because I do music so fast. So it's like, okay, now I got 23 more hours to do. All right.
What else am I going to do?
So
what's your favorite thing to do of all the stuff you're capable of doing? Music is easy, but is it your favorite?
My favorite thing to do is really like I like watching movies.
Your favorite thing to do is nothing? Kidding.
Movies, and I like to bowl. I like to shoot pool. Like shooting pool, bowling,
Mm-hmm.
movies, kicking back. See, the stuff that everybody else think is nothing, like I love to do that because I used to always be just working.
Okay.
But yeah, I like to watch movies because I'm a director, so I get like a lot of ideas, a lot of camera angles. I get to see different way people tell their story. So even when I'm not supposed to be working, I'm working. But movies, pool, bowling, Monopoly.
Poker?
I'm not really good at poker. I'm more like a 21 or roulette guy.
Mm-hmm.
Triopoly, I got a board game called Triopoly. So yeah,
You have a board game that you made that you put out?
yeah, it's called.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Right.
I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say you were doing nothing watching movies. It does sound like you're using that time wisely because that's study for you. That's like being in school. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
Hey, my brother, everything boxing and sports. He's got a super chat, a $5 holler. He said, "I remember riding with the trunk cracked, banging that June 27th freestyle at the Cap in Galveston. Classic."
yeah. That freestyle as well. I forgot about that freestyle because we only did that on camera. So, like when you asked me about like the hardest freestyle, like a lot of fans, they love that freestyle too. It's crazy, but that was just on video. But yeah, man, those were great times, man, being at the Kappa Beach Party and riding down the seawall, man. The good old days.
Yeah.
We got another one from my brother SF City Slicker. He up in the Bay Area. He said, "Maybachs, great lax I ride in, hollow tips and extra clips I slide in, little flip salute." He said, "You was rocking with the 415, the San Francisco and Bay Area heavy. Sales, Killer Keys, Nancy Marv. Still remember you rocking with Sale and doing that freestyle with Sale."
Yep, Selsky, man. Shout out to Selsky. He was in the Game Over video. We gave Mac Dre, RIP to Mac Dre. We gave Mac Dre his own soda. We helped feed the family with that. Shout out to Jay Diggs. We interviewed him and Mr. Fab for my podcast.
Mr. Fab, yeah.
Yuck Mouth. I got Yuck Mouth on plenty of albums. Like, that's the thing about me. The reason why I'm able to still have a legacy and travel and do shows during the pandemic and be the promoter's best friend is because no matter how many records I sold, I never stopped working with the underdog. Because you get with a major label, right? They tell you, you're with us now. Don't do no songs with nobody who's not on your level or bigger. Clear it, blah, blah, blah. But see, my deals, I was a CEO, right? I didn't have an artist deal. I had a label deal, right? So I had my own company already. So
wow.
I did what I wanted to do, right? I did so many features where, Cliff, you're on this song. I'm like, look, it's old. So I just stopped saying dates in the songs. When you get in on songs and saying years, like, so, hey, it's all old, man. I did that before the deal. So I show love to so many underdogs and cats because I refuse to let the system or a label just tell me that, oh yeah, you'll water your brand or you'll do this, because I remember being that person that only had $4,000. I don't have $10K to give you for a verse flip, but I got $4,000. I ain't pay my lawyer. I ain't do this, man, on a record. And then I'll do the record with him and I say, look, next time, hey man, pay your lawyer, man. Matter of fact, you only got $4,000. Just give me $3,000. Take this $1,000 and give it to your lawyer. Don't never pay your lawyer because if you're not here, you know what I mean? If you're not here,
yeah,
money. So
that's that one person you need to make sure gets their check.
Exactly.
They're gonna save your ass.
So I did stuff like that, for people. And we love the Bay, man. And that was dope. E40. And even E40's in the Way We Ball video. And then when we had Kansas City E40, he actually got on the Way We Ball remix. Like I do in my hotel, and he came in and poured some of that Rossi, and he wrote his rap, man. So we love the Bay, man.
Yeah, so there's a super chat that's on the screen, and I wanna bypass that, man, because somebody asking about the T.I. beef, and if you're a Flip fan, if you're a Tip fan, or if you love hip hop, you already know that beef been squashed over a decade ago. So I don't really want to get no energy to that. So we can move along though.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Lil Flip, when you talk about the experience you just talked about with the record labels wanting to, control everything, I just want to know your philosophy on why that is. Like, what is it about the people who are not, I'm not saying they're not talented, but they're not the talent, right? Wanting to have that kind of control and ownership over creative artists. Like, what do you think that is?
It's multiple things. I mean, you're their product, their property. They want to build you up in a certain way. They want to hold you to a certain standard. They have different plans with you. You know what I mean? It's multiple reasons why. And then some, they just want to control what you do. You know what I mean? So you just got to figure out why they don't want you to do it. But for the most part, they don't want you to oversaturate yourself and just be on this record and that record. And, you did all of that to get here. Now let's try something different. Let us alienate you from the rest of the people. You know what I mean? So
they've messed up so many people's careers like that, like taking them out of the running, like literally.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We're feeling it, especially in the pandemic. So everybody that was, being, mean to their fans or disrespecting promoters or just, showing up late, not want to take pictures, the whole prima donna attitude.
That's over.
Yeah, when that pandemic happened, it made everybody equal.
Yeah.
So now, it's people that, I'll do discounts now. Some people rub so many people the wrong way. Those people like,
you can't do it for free.
Yeah. Then it's people that want it. Like, I remember how you treated me when you was up here. We don't want the verse. We don't care if it's a discount. We don't care if it's 90% off. We don't care. So I'm still speechless. And so,
how did you battle the temptation of not hustling and spending money, like going on trips, big cars, and continue to sell out the trunk?
It's a grind. I was able to do that as well. I had the cars and the Rolexes, and a lot of people think Audemars watches are new watches. Those watches been out for a long time. But I was just able to balance. Like I say, I come from a church household, so I don't love money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lover of money. So whether I'm driving a Buick or a Porsche, it don't matter. I'ma still be the same and still, feel the same and do what I gotta do. I just learned how to balance not overdoing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I find that median, get what you want. Sometimes make sure you got what you need. Look out for others, but don't forget to reward yourself. So you don't look up and be like, okay, my whole life I gave everybody stuff and I didn't do nothing for me. So I find help them, help me. Put a smile on their face, put a smile on my face.
Win-win. What about the stock market? You into stocks? Do you invest?
Yeah.
Stocks or options? What do you do?
Man, I've been doing a little bit of both. Stocks. I'm learning the option stuff. My sister, she do that. Her name Boss Talk. She got her own clothing line. She be on the stock market. She be taking classes, and I'm like, "Where you at?" "Oh man, I'm over here, man. We're having a stock."
Into it.
Yeah, they get into it. But yeah, I've been down with the Ethereum for some years. A guy by the name of King Lee, he put me in on some different business, and he had a company called Private Internet Access, and they sold that company for a couple $100 million, and now he has shells.com. And let me just announce it. If fans Google shells.com, they'll see a record featuring me and J Money and somebody that they'll never ever expect me to do a record with. And I'll leave.
Oh shit.
So wait, shells like seashells?
Shells.com.
Shells.com. SHELLS.com. Okay.
And it's an app. It's an app that converts your phone from a phone to an iCloud computer, and you can also edit videos, music videos, and we're doing a lot of stuff with my high school, my alma mater. We're doing stuff.
Hey, I wish we could play it. I wish we could play it. Man, I just thought, man.
So
man, beautiful thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we did that to launch the app, like some
That's what's up, man.
stuff. So I've
Dope.
been working smart, not hard.
This is what it looks like, y'all. Shells. Your desktop from your iPad or your desktop on your iPad. That's what they do?
Yep.
That's cool.
That's genius. Talk about the maturity of your height going through hip hop. You know, because I just saw the name on the album. Obviously, it's T.I. But it's can you speak about your growth, your maturity from day one to now?
Man, the crazy part, bro, like my whole life, I've been hanging around older people. Like my grandparents, they raised me, right? So then my OGs. So I wasn't like thinking about going to like play with toys. I was trying to figure out how to own me a business to ride in these, cars like Jay Prince and everybody else in my neighborhood. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to get this? You know what I mean? How can I get that? And I mean, it's just like it's a no-brainer, man, for me. So like the maturity level, I feel like when I was 5, I feel like I was 15, Then I feel like when I was 18, I feel like I was like 40. You know what I mean? Like, so I just feel like I was Benjamin Button, futuristic, you know what I mean? Mind frame. So the maturity, man, I've always pretty much figured out ways to kind of stay out the way and mind my business based on the old laws and the principles of how my dad and my grandparents raised me. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of old sayings and it's a lot of things my dad taught me as a kid. Like he didn't whip me like that. Like I got a few spankings, but he used to talk to me more. And I used to be like, man, I wish you just spank me. I don't want to sit here and hear. But
Talk your ear off.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it, as I got older, I'm like, damn, this is the stuff he was telling me about. Like, so when I see things happening, instead of me overreacting, I'm like, nah, I got to shoulder roll it. I got to floor maybe,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to get better financially and as a thinker and the relationship and fans. So, I'm elevating.
Were you into the martial arts as a kid that young too, or did that come later?
Yes, I've been into that since a kid. I was always into it, like Bruce Lee, Taekwondo. I was just amazed by, being able to use your hands and just, you know what I mean, and use your mind. And it makes you think different as well, like just in life,
Opens up levels.
There's an MMA fighter named the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. He out of H-Town. You know him?
Yeah. I got a fighter. I man, his name Tony Wynn, and they're like, super close, man. So yeah, I'm into I forgot I got MMA fighters.
You got so much you forgot.
Hey, you a vocal, man. You a
like
vocal.
Roy Jones said, I forgot. I must have forgot.
Yeah, right.
Gotta keep a list in your pocket. What else I got?
Yeah, my brother Eli Zachary, he out of Texas too. He said, ask him if he's in any of the tech circles with Chameleonaire.
No, I haven't been, but I've been watching what he's been doing. But no, I haven't, man. I've been carving my own path, you know what I'm saying? And if that path ends up with me collaborating on something, so be it. But between shells.com and Exotic Pop, because I actually own equity in shells.com as well. So shout out to King Lee for, giving me equity in that, man. And this company is going to be, because the private internet access company he sold was a VPN, but this right here is like next level, and it's projected to do like 20 times what he sold the last company for. So
wow,
we looking at a couple billions, and King Lee is also the crown prince of Korea. So my business partner is, royal. He's like a big deal, but he's laid back.
Well, it's backed up by reputation and money. You know what I mean? That's important. Let me get the super chat real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Damon Walker says. Real talk on the cool. You're my little cousin favorite from the city. He would get in his feelings if we said anybody was better. Third Coast.
Man, thank you, man.
And Pound for Pound Boxing said, can he get a shout out?
Pound for Pound Boxing?
Yeah.
What up, man? Shout out, man. From Lil Flip and the Clover G's.
Hey. And Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford.
Like, you want me to pick?
Yeah, go, if
man, but I can't pick because both of them my homies, man. Like, like Terrence is my guy and Earl is my guy. Like, but like, all I know, that'll be a hell of a fight. I couldn't pick one, and not even based on the homie part, because I'm thinking about their skill set, and that could go either way. That's one of them real may the best man win that night.
Strengths and weaknesses of both of them.
Man, yeah, that'll be crazy to see.
Yeah, dude.
Man, EJ gonna wash him.
Oh,
Don't shit on Terrence Crawford.
He gonna beat the
we
dog.
go. Hey, we go see if it happens. I want to see it happen, man. I mean, I know Bud T-Bub. He been around longer. You know, sometimes that matters, and then sometimes it don't. You never know, but we shall see.
Yeah, Bud is the best of all the fourth graders, and he can beat all the fourth graders. But EJ is a fourth grader who's been playing with sixth graders, so it's different, man. Ain't nobody ever worked Bud body the way he gonna get worked when he get in there with EJ. You know, he gonna work him. But my brother Eli Zachary also said, salute to you, Flip, and Crisco and Devin. I seen y'all show love over the years to Stones, Fly Season Apparel. Crisco even came to Dre T's funeral.
Yeah. They just gave me a jacket too, man. Shout out to Fly Season, man. They always, Crisco got his podcast, Say No to Sco. Like the pandemic, man, it brought the laziness out of people or it brought the hustle out of people. So, you know, a lot of team expanding and doing things, man, and having clothing lines and stuff like that. And I support them. You know, that's the difference with me. Like if my homie, you selling, what you selling? You selling vegan food? What you selling? This is what I'm promoting, because at the end of the day, like Jay-Z say, man, if all your niggas in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. Nobody will fall because we'll all be each other crutches. Like on the record, I'm feeling it on Reasonable Doubt. So that line always, you know, made me want to make sure that the people around me had other things going on. Because a lot of people, they feel like, man, I just want to make it rapping. I just want to make it rapping. Everybody ain't gonna make it rapping. So you got to utilize your mind and find some other things just in case rap don't work. You still got to pay your phone bill.
Right.
So if I don't teach you how to fish, I'm going to be the one paying your phone bill. So here, take this fishing rod, you know.
Right. Birdman says, Fred DB in the chat, said the boo but half a hondo.
On your boy.
Oh, on your boy. Yeah. So y'all got a hot dude down there, man. Toby done caught the wave, man.
Shout out to Toby. I'm the only one he did a record with yet, man. So it's time for us to do a record, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna go into a whole nother zone since everybody else did the record first. So I got to see everybody else's record. I get to go into a zone and just show it. But I think it's dope, man. I like that he's different. I like that he got his style. I like that he's about his family. You know what I'm saying? He incorporates his family, the colors that they got at their house. And you know what I mean? I just feel like he in his own zone. You know what I'm saying? It remind me of the realm of like Andre 3000, you know, meets, you know, a male version, you know what I'm saying, of Erykah Badu type. You know, it just give you them vibes of somebody who wants you to focus on what the hell he's saying in the words and not the cars and the jewelry, even though he got the gold grill, you know what I'm saying? He will have, but you know, I like him though. That's dope, and I'm proud. You know, even Travis Scott and Don Toliver, these people, you know, the new artists that's coming out, I feel like we have a plethora of artists that's holding it down for Houston, you know, the Sauce Walkers and the Propanes and Peso. It's a whole generation out there working. And rest in peace to Chucky Trill too, man. He just died.
Ananda.
I was just thinking of how dope Toby's wife is. That's all.
How about those visuals though?
It's super dope.
Yeah, super dope. Those visuals, man, catch me out of nowhere, man. And it's I've never seen it before, and I'm watching them visuals like,
man,
okay, I know this means something, but I'm trying to figure out through the song and what it means. And I love that he hasn't gone immediately to. He may or may not get there, but his first 10 videos was great, and then he didn't go straight to the Bentley. And I really appreciate
it's consistent. Yeah, it's who he is.
Every Sunday, and it's every Sunday. He hadn't stopped, man, and he's independent. You know, that's a totally beautiful thing.
That's amazing.
Yep, that's dope.
DB.
Yeah, so I still had a couple of more names I wanted to run through. So you already kind of talked about, I mentioned his name, but Chameleonaire. What's your relationship like now?
I haven't talked to Cam since, what record was we doing? Forgot what album I was working. I think it was like 2 albums ago. It's probably been about a year and a half or 2 years now. I had a record I wanted him on, and he was like, he didn't know if he was gonna make it by the deadline, because he was doing like these tech, what was the word? They were trying to raise money. I forgot the word he used, but he's like, I got a tech fundraiser. I think that's the word he used. I think that's the word, but something to that effect. Like, I got a tech fundraiser that I got to do, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have it to you in time. So I had to make my deadline, you know what I'm saying? But he was up front. He's like, man, I can't promise I'm gonna have it back. But like, me and Cam always been cool, man. I put Cam on Underground Legend on a record called You See It. And I told him, anytime you need me, I'll do a record for you. So he get his deal with Universal, and he comes to my house. He knocks. He like, hey, man, I got my deal with Universal. I want you on this record called Turn It Up. Scott Storch made the beat. I'm like, all right, cool, I got you. And he's like, here's a check for you. I'm like, what is this for? And he's like, this is money for the verse. I'm like, bro, we trading. Like, you did my stuff for free. He's like, nah, man, take the money. I'm like, bro, it's for free, bro. I'm not gonna take your money. He's like, bro, they go spend it on something else anyway. 3,000. And I said, all right, cool, I'll take it. Like, you know, you ain't gotta beg me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, I stand on morals and principles. You know, you did something free for me, I want to return the favor. But yeah, we did that, man. And I had a newfound respect for him. You know, after that, I already respected him. But the fact that he could have got something back from me for free, still wanted to pay me for it. So, and he paid me to be in the video. And I'm like, I do the video free, man. Ah, man. You know, he didn't want nothing for free, man. So salute to Cam. I'm proud of everything. I always knew he was smart anyway, because when the internet came out, man, you got to get on this internet. You got to do this. But, you know, me, like, coming from the streets as well, like, you know, the goal is to get the money and be low key, not be seen. So I was going to, you know, posting everything, or just like, I don't live my life based on like every moment has to go to social media. So I didn't really understand the concept of the internet like that. Like, you know, I knew it was supposed to help in some cases, but I wish I would have jumped on the internet wave when he was telling me, hey, man. But it's cool.
You're on it now.
I'm on it now.
You about to jump on these NFTs early.
Definitely.
You'll be all right. What's the one thing you just said you wish you would have done that? What is there anything else you wish you would have done? Do you I don't like to say regrets, because I don't think anybody smart really has regrets. Everything's a learning experience. But is there anything you wish you did differently financially in the past? Like, I had an opportunity to invest in Apple. Blew that shit. I really should have done it. It was like 20 years ago. Missed it. Have you missed any financial opportunities like that you like, oh, and your stomach hurts?
Yep. Investing in Lyft.
Ooh.
That that was like the one that kind of like came and got me. And then when the one like first came out, like when it first came out, like when you can get it like for like nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I don't know, man. You know how you just programmed to get money a certain way, and these new like, hey, I'm doing pretty good with what I did. So hey, I don't, but so
don't rock the boat. It ain't rocking. You feel like you're gonna take too much of a risk and lose something.
Agreed. So now that makes me, antennas more open. Like, you never know. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen with the Dogecoin, or you know what I'm saying.
You got Doge? Doge, whatever they call it, dog.
Yeah, few. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few. I got a couple tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Got a couple of them.
Yeah.
Those are
So,
good.
you know, we just gotta. Some people don't get second or third chances or 10 chances, so we just gotta. You never know what's gonna work. So it's like spread that shit around, and hey, something gonna work. If you own 50 business, hey, something is gonna work.
Indeed.
Something pop. Can James Harden play defense?
I've seen him play. I feel like he can play. You know, I mean, I feel like his offense is better than his defense. You know what I'm saying? We all know that, but I play defense.
I've known him since he was in the 8th or 9th grade, man.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm glad he made it. I'm totally glad he made it. It was all or nothing for him. You know what I mean? And I'm actually glad that it actually worked out for him.
And I'm glad the joy he brought to our city. You know what I'm saying? I know he had to do what he had to do. I have no, heart. You know how some people be like, oh, he left and I'm mad. Like, nah, man, he was always cool when I ran into him. You know what I'm saying? And so we salute James, man. He deserve a ring. I wish they would have got it in Houston, man. But
he about to get it this year. Do you think that Hakeem Olajuwon could have beat the Bulls those 2 years? Hakeem and the Houston Rockets, or the Bulls would have won 8 in a row?
Man, just the way Jordan's just a different monster, man. I even though we all know he had seasons where he didn't win, like a lot of people, they don't talk about that. Like, but I don't know. I feel like Hakeem was a tower. Man, I feel like Jordan he would have did it, man. I feel like it would have been a great battle with the dream, but I just feel like Jordan would have figured out some kind of way to edge it, man. He got that super killer instinct. I'm going to dunk on you, whoever, Sean Bradley, Manubo. He didn't care who you are. I'm coming.
Is he big enough? Yeah, I remember that. Come fly.
Yeah.
Is he big enough? Yeah. DB?
Yeah, Angelica Carr had a question for you, Ananda. I know you spoke about it yesterday, but she wanted to know about your relationship with Aaliyah.
Oh, we were good friends, work friends. We met professionally working, but became good friends. We two-wayed a lot and hung out a lot with some particular folks we ain't gonna talk about. And I loved her a lot. And we weren't like best friends. I think people got that confused. We weren't like best friends, but we were good friends. And she really supported me a lot. Like, she invited me to be in that video where we beat those girls up back in One Piece, I think it was. That was fun. And vice versa. Like, every chance I got, I was bigging up her videos, and I did the actual tribute to her her life after we lost her. And that was a devastating loss. It's still a devastating loss. It's kind of like what you were saying, Lil Flip. Like, when you lose somebody, maybe not as extreme as like losing a parent, but when you lose anybody you love, there's that lingering sense of, God, I wish I'd have done this, or I wish I'd have done that, or I could have done this, or I could have called more, all of that stuff, and I definitely went through that right after her death. I remember feeling that really intensely at her funeral. And, there's still like a longing for her just to be in the world. I think she would have done amazing things like we talked about yesterday. She had such a passion and drive for what she did. She was one of those people that really loved what she did. A lot of people I remember like interviewing and knowing from the business were in it to make the money. They were in it to be famous, or they were in it for all these other reasons. She loved making music. She loved being herself in that. And it was really special.
Agreed.
She was really special.
Agreed, definitely.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Aaliyah?
Yeah, I met Aaliyah a few times, like probably 3 or 4 times. And the crazy part, the day Aaliyah died, I had a show in Cleveland, and right before, like, we went in the radio station, I went in the radio station, and they were like, yeah, they were basically saying they're about to have me on the show, like, before. They're like, we're going to play this Aaliyah record, and we're going to have Flip on the show, right? This before the news happened that she died, right?
Oh, wow.
So they're like, yeah, we're going to play this Aaliyah record, and then we're going to get a Flip on the air. So they play the record. Then I get on there and I do my interview. And like 20 minutes to 30 minutes into the interview, then they're like, this, you know, like the news just hit and it was just crazy. And the Aaliyah Vibe tribute cover, Vibe put out a tribute cover with Aaliyah on the cover. That's the same cover I'm in where Scarface is telling Ludacris, he's like, hey man, have you heard of this rapper named Lil Flip? I'm trying to sign him. And Ludacris is like, nah. And then Scarface is like, man, I'm telling you, dude, is cold, man. He's a freestyle king, man. You ain't never heard him freestyle. And then they started. So
wow.
I basically was able to meet her, and then I was listening to her song right before she passed. And then the tribute cover, I ended up being in the magazine where Scarface is telling Ludacris, I'm the freestyle king and I'm cold. And he was thinking about signing me to Def Jam.
That's what's up.
But that
Wow.
it was.
Yeah, my brother Jay Dixon in the chat, he said, so flipping airplanes are a bad mix.
I mean, even God bless her soul, after Aaliyah passed, I stopped flying on private planes after that. Just because, I mean, it was a weight issue, but it's been times I've been on private planes, and what I've learned, even with
the wind,
turbulence alone, like a private plane cannot take the force of the turbulence of a big Delta.
Right. A 777. That's what you want to be in when the turbulence hits you.
Yeah. So it's been times we've been on them private planes and it was just that this storm. And I'm like, oh man, this is like, so yeah, that's Aaliyah is the reason I don't fly on private planes no more. You know?
Wow.
Interesting. It lasts a long time.
And you want to double down on that? It was a Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Somewhere in there that Aaliyah passed. Somewhere in there was a Saturday.
I don't remember the day.
I was coming back from Australia that night. So it's a funny thing. The airplanes played into this whole conversation, man. Yep, it was a Saturday night. It was in August. I remember it was in August for sure.
Man. August 25th.
Yeah, it was in August. Yeah, for sure.
That's so funny. And I still have my SkyTel 2-way, my Motorola 2-way. I'm sure it doesn't work, but if it did, I really would just want to see my text with her again. You know, she's one of the few people, only a handful of us had those at the time. And I want to see my text from her. In fact, I learned about her dying on my 2-way. People just started texting me. And that was like way before that's how you got your news, but that's how I got that news. And that I'm sure that message from NSYNC. Oh gosh, come on, I should remember this. I think it was Lance Bass from NSYNC texted me and told me.
Got a couple more minutes, Flip. You got 5 or 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Ananda.
What? No.
I had a couple more though. I was listening to one of your interviews and you mentioned something, Flip, about your partner, your business partner, Charleston. Can you tell us a little bit about Charleston? That's not Charleston White, is it?
Yep. No, not the guy. Not the guy. The political, street political.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to cut.
It's a unique name. I could see why you would think it was the same person.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I'm like, nah, that's the other guy, man. Social media. But nah, Charleston, man, he basically started Exotic Pop by going to Louisiana, grabbing drinks that they didn't sell in Houston, which was a Barks red cream soda. And he would bring them and everybody would pay him like top dollar, like because they didn't sell them. And he just came up with this idea and built a vending machine in one of our neighborhood stores. And it started with a vending machine, and eventually he just started ordering all these drinks from Japan and just everywhere, flavors of drinks you never knew. Like parlayed that into a multi-million-dollar company, and then he took it a step farther and said, hey, I'm going to give legends their own drinks, you know what I mean? And we're going to feed the community, and we're going to do kids stuff with the vitamins and the water and the treats, and here we are, a real $1 billion company. Like, it's crazy, man. So yeah, because he could have did like most companies do, minority people, like, hey, here's a bag, here's like 3,000 or 10,000 or a quick 30,000 brand. Here's some free drinks, here's some free cups, and peace out. But he was like, Flip, the way you promote and what you do, he was like, I want to make you part owner of the company, because out of everybody, everywhere I go, I have an exotic pop cup. No matter where I'm, everywhere, like everywhere. So
I love it.
he did the right thing, man. And like I said, like I tell anybody I get in business with, it don't matter if I own 1% of the company. I'm gonna promote the company like I own 100%, to the point where you're gonna want to give me another percent. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, he did all that and all. So yeah, that's how it works.
You overwork. That's good. No such thing, actually, when you're working for yourself. But I love to see it. That's kind of like what Master P's doing with Rap Snacks, right? Giving everybody kind of their own flavor,
Correct.
bringing people into the fold. It's beautiful to be so inclusive, you know, because you don't have to be.
Right.
Comics, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Love
y'all
that.
got a lot of dudes out there, man, that started their own thing. Well, what about Paul Wall? I remember he started his own thing. How's your relationship?
Me and Paul cool. He just had a birthday too. Yeah, Paul, he started making the grills and stuff like that. I do shows with Paul probably, every 3-4 months, something like that. We're up like on the same venue. But yeah, man, the unity in Houston is cool, man.
I feel it.
Everybody's cool, man. Everybody matured. Like everybody's, man, on the same page, man.
You just said he had a birthday too. Did you just have a birthday?
My birthday was March 3rd.
Wow. Okay. I was going to say Aries, but you Pisces.
Yeah.
March 21st. Okay.
Y'all close
All right,
enough.
happy C-Day to you.
Yeah.
Right on.
What is-
Yeah. What about Mike Jones?
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who? Y'all a mess.
Yeah,
Got him.
yeah, we cool as well. I seen Mike probably, I think like 4 months ago, because I interviewed Mike Jones for my podcast. Like I Slim Thug, Zero, the DOC, Steve Francis, Devin Bun B, Chucky Trill, Billy Sorrell, Nico London, Erica Banks, Carl Crawford, Chingo Bling, just Dallas artists, man. Nate God, he went viral on TikTok. There's a lot of people. Bushwick Bill's son.
What's up?
Killer Leon. Man, just
Ananda Lewis.
Yeah, hey, we need to get
Yeah. Let's do it. He's named me Texas artist, but come on, throw me in there.
Mike Truth Jackson. He's an MMA fighter. He's the guy about CM Punk.
Okay.
Remember when CM Punk had that fight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My homie Mike the Truth Jackson. He's the MMA fighter. So we spread it out.
Yeah, my boy.
So season 2.
Okay.
Season 2.
Yep.
Yeah. And then also, man, we got, for us, man, it's a hood legend, but man, he growing to being more than a hood legend. He doing a lot of community work, man. And we talk about him a lot. And my brother Reggie Owens in the chat talk about him too. But Trey the Truth, man, how's your relationship and what do you think about all the wonderful things he's been doing in the community?
Me and Trey, we cool, man. Trey, the Rogers, they got this thing called a relief gang. Bun B, he do a lot of work with him too. And it's times where we do work together, you know what I'm saying? And it's times he go do his own thing and I go do my own thing. But the dope part that Trey and my son and Until Freedom, Tamika Mallory, like just, being on the front lines, doing what they got to do, I feel like it's dope, you know what I'm saying? Because people look up to us. So anytime I see anybody, including Trey, what he doing is great, you know what I'm saying? And I salute, I'm at a mature level that I don't pocket watch or be like, oh, this should be me. I feel like this. If somebody is winning and they from my city, on top of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm saluting. I'm happy for you. I'm happy.
That is you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How
Makes
about
sense.
Nipsey Hussle?
Nipsey Hussle, man. Neighborhood Nip. What about him?
You had a relationship with Nip, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
down there.
twice. And he was just always cool, down to earth person, very, very smart. You could tell in his records, though, that he wasn't the average rapper. You could tell that he had, he was a mastermind, He wanted, wealth and equity and owning stuff. Anybody convince consumers to pay $1,000 for a mixtape, and have Jay-Z buy, I don't know how many copies. I think he spent 10,000 on them. I don't know how many copies he bought, but 100,000. Either way it go, the man convinced people to pay $1,000 for a mixtape.
Wow.
It sold out. So, you know, I just feel like he was a visionary.
Genius.
So rest in peace to Nip, man. You know, legacy will live, marathon continues.
Yes, indeed. I talked to Ananda about this yesterday, but I'll ask you, and I don't want to get you in trouble in Houston. So outside of H-Town, who's your top 5? And we all know Tupac is the GOAT, so you don't have to mention Tupac, but you can get the top 5 after that.
Ain't mention the top 5 and don't have him as top 5. But see, this is where for me, when people ask me my top 5, I tell them to specify, because my top 5 list of all time is different from my top 5 of lyricists.
Okay, well, you got
give us both.
Go ahead and kick it.
I mean,
which one you want to do first?
Lyricist.
Number 1, hands down, Eminem. Anybody watching, don't at me.
they go at you. I'm about to at you, but continue.
You might be. I mean, you know,
the words and the cadences and the stuff that rhymes. He made words rhyme that I never even knew went together. I need a dictionary. But yeah.
What do you say to NWA? Anyone trying to bring trouble your way? Yeah. No. Yeah. For real.
Different beasts, man.
Different beasts.
One of one. But yeah, Eminem would be number 1 for me. 2, you know, I'm a top 5 dead or alive guy, would be Jadakiss.
Jada, that nigga, dog. Jada, that nigga.
Then, you know, I'm a huge Benny Siegel fan. Like Eagle Birds. See, my top 5 lyricists changed, you know, every 5 years. But Fab, I gotta put Fab in and say, a lot of people, man, they sleeping on Fab.
Fab Cole, mixtape king.
Some of the stuff Fab be saying, I be like, bro, like, what were you drinking or smoking that night? And then all time, you know, I mean, I can't leave B.I.G. out of that. You know what I'm saying? Reason why I got those other people before him, because they have a more body of work, right? We only got a couple albums from Big, you know what I'm saying? So that's not taking away from him. But these guys got like 10, 15, you know, and these punchlines, we got, you feel me, so many hours, but that would be my top 5, you know what I'm saying? And then if we went 10, you know, then Big L and Big Pun and Jay-Z and Nas, you know, they started popping up in there, you know what I'm saying, in their top 10, you know.
What Jay say, me, M, Pimp, Juice, and us. I'm only working. Yeah. What song or album is a moment for you? Like stands the test of time. We talked about this last night. Like Jeezy for me was I ran a marathon to Jeezy's album. You know, like it stood the test of time for me. No matter what I do, I can be 23 or 43 now. It's still gonna bring that. Give me that juice.
Man, if I had to pick like one album that one I can't do without type, right?
Yeah, sure.
It would have to be A-Ball MJG, The Outside Looking In.
Yeah.
Because they had a record on there. Obviously, Lay It Down was on there, which is a classic. Lay It Down, you hoes lay it down. Classic record. But they had a record called Just Another Day in the Hood. The game that A-Ball and MJG rapped about the music industry and talking about being from Memphis and trying to rap and talking about how labels, you know, messing over them, and like the way they broke down the music industry, like my dad already prepared me for the music industry and my grandma, but when I heard them break it down, it made me look at the music industry in a different way. And they were very informative in there, man. So Outside Looking In, that's like the record that kind of made me really, really, really want to take rap like serious, man. Because that same beat was like a remake to Hey James Another Day, like that particular record. So I used to make my first records to that beat. Like I had my own version and own song to that. So outside looking in, A by MJG.
My final question, and then we'll do a round robin. Did you ever have a Dame Dash moment dealing with the record labels?
As far as
Man, fuck it. Like, what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all don't know the culture. Y'all don't know us.
Yep.
Can you express that? Because maybe it'll touch a few people out there.
Oh yeah, man. Man, listen, I think Dame is a genius. I feel like Dame always fought for the artist, like just to be respected and not be, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Like, I'm gonna speak my mind, you know what I'm saying? I had a few deals where big $1 billion companies wanted me to do a commercial for them. I ain't gonna say their name, but I talk about them in my book. Don't Let the Music Industry Fool You. I put out a book like 5 years ago. But I talk about turning down the deal. They wanted this company, big company, beverage company. They wanted me to do a commercial, and they were like, "We're gonna spend $1 million on commercials." And I'm like, "Okay, so how much are you paying me to do the commercial?" Right? They're like, "Well, we're not gonna be able to give you anything, but we're gonna spend $1 million on promoting." And I'm like, "Listen, you're not gonna give me anything." I'm like, "Okay, why can't you spend $900,000 and give me $100,000? Why can't 950?" And they were like, they just sat there and looked at me like, you know, we can't, it's not designed that way. And I told them no.
You're like, call me back when it is.
Yeah, I told them no. And
sorry, y'all, my phone was flipping on me.
yeah, he ended up doing the commercial. So, you know, hey, you know, time is money, man. You know, I didn't do all this work to do too much stuff for free. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes you do something for free and later get a fee, but you're not going to tell me you're going to spend $1 million and on something that's going to have my face and my likeness. Yes, it will give me, you know, promotion, but at the same time, where is the love?
Right.
Well, now you got your own drink you can do that for. Do your own promotion, pay yourself. So we were talking about that before too, right? And keeping it to yourself, working for yourself, using yourself the way other people have been using you.
And it's crazy. Now I'm in business with that same company.
Wow.
Look how God works.
Wow.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of things. Our sister TT in the chat, she said, "I love this set. Great guest, great vibe. Kudos to the barbershop team." And DB, tell Ananda that she is gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm smarter than I am cute, but thank you.
The Sweet Science Examiner, he put a super chat in too. Shout out to Big Tank. He said, Cube, E42, Short, and Snoop Dogg decided to collaborate on a new business venture and a super group. They calling it Mount Westmore. Who'd be your Mount Rushmore? Flip.
Like if I was to do a group or like just in Houston, because they did that for their coast. So
yeah.
If I was
that's all.
A Mount Rushmore collab. I would say it would be me, Zero. It would be Scarface, Kiki, and Slim Thug. It would be us. Like,
Mount Rushmore is only 4. You can't be breaking the rules.
Look, that's the difference about us in Texas. Everything bigger in Texas, so
add one more.
Or add one more.
You could probably carve it in yourself too, from what I can tell.
Yeah. You got anything else from Ananda before we wrap up?
I've just been loving absorbing like this whole thing. It really has taken me back to my old vibe. I know, Fred, you said before, like, act like it's Tea Summit. And I was really not trying to do that, but it really has, like, it, you know, I haven't been in this environment as kind of co-hosting, helping out, whatever, asking whatever. And I really enjoyed this. I really want to say thank you for having me. I've learned a whole new like catalog of stuff about you, Lil Flip. So it's been nice to meet you and be inspired by everything you got your hands into. motivates me to keep going because that's exactly where I'm headed.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's good stuff.
As well, I appreciate y'all having me as well. So, this is what I like to do. I like to spend my time doing stuff that's go elevate positive. Like if it ain't about positive vibes, I don't even want to. I ain't got time for it. It's a waste of time for me. So, having me on the show, and anytime y'all need me, I'm a text call away.
Appreciate you, and we want to thank PPD for making this happen, and your managers and your team, because they were all in a group text with PPD. I want to thank them as well. And man, it's been an honor to have you in here, man. And me and Sunshine got along real well, man. That was a date song for me, man. So I appreciate you, big homie.
Man,
follow Lil Flip, man.
Appreciate you, big homie.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, his music and his business.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all, man. Y'all be safe, man. Stay blessed, and rest in peace to George Floyd.
Appreciate you, big homie.
Thank you,
Let us know when NFTs come out too.
Yeah, Steven. Shout out to your boy down there, Steven Jackson, man, keeping his name alive too, man. Your boy Steven doing a great job for us, man. Tell him we said thank you.
I'll let y'all know about the NFTs too, and thank y'all. Like I said, anytime y'all need me for whatever, anything, any ideas y'all think we could collab,
make you.
Business, help some kids, make some money, make some moves together, let me know. I'm ready to work.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We'll be in Texas the next Earl Spence fight. You know what I mean? We'll be
okay.
We'll hit you on the show. Appreciate you.
Fun.
What, Ananda? She's back. She's back. She's back. She's back wearing the 4-5. Oh, you got a 4-5? You got a 4-5 or 54? You got a. When Mike came back against the Indiana Pacers, then his third game back, he went to New York and dropped a double nickel. God damn, man! God, give it up for Ananda Lewis. Give it up for PPD. We love you, man.
It was fun.
Let's make sure we pump it up one more time because we got some new people in here. So can you show them the app again? Elixir. A-L-I-X-I-R.
That's it. A-L-I-X-I-R in all app stores, Google Play, Apple. And it really is just my little it's like a mini media platform for myself. I have a lot of content. I didn't want to keep putting it on sites where I felt like they could take it away from me or not put it up or take it down when they felt like it. There's a bunch of different shows coming up on here. I have a lot of nostalgic stuff for all of you who enjoyed all them golden years of TV I spent. I have private pictures from that era. I have all kinds of great stuff on here. I have vaults and lots of storage units that I've been unloading. And so as I pull stuff out of there from old tapes to everything else, I just put it on Elixir. So it's my own little place to share privately, like one-on-one with you, completely free. The only thing that costs anything on there is one area called the health subscription. It's like a health journey subscription. And